This is Malou, sailing somewhere on the seven seas. And this is me, trying to fix her up to be able to do just that again. Go sail somewhere on the seas. Subscribe and welcome on board. This old mainsail is not good anymore. You see here it's just really soft and not good at all anymore. There are a few tears and stuff in it as well. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one, and I found one yesterday online, used one that's been used for one season, supposed to be in real good shape, and I'm gonna just measure today that it's gonna fit my rigging because I think it's slightly larger than this sail. So first off, I'm gonna measure the boom right here to just determine if the lower bottom part of the sail will be able to fit on the boom, and if that's accurate, then I'm gonna go on with the mast as well. It's really on the edge. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Maybe it's gonna fit. It's like I got 2 or 3 centimeters to deal with here, but hopefully it's gonna fit. Now with the mast, I'm just gonna measure from where the sail, as high as the sail can go basically, and then down to where the boom is connected to the mast. So when it comes to the mast, there's no problem at all lengthwise. So that's gonna fit the sail for sure. It's only the boom that concerns me a little bit, but I'm gonna make a little bit few more accurate or very accurate measurements, and hopefully I'll be able to fit it with like 1 or 2 centimeters of margin. So the guy who's selling the sail, he didn't answer in the phone. So I'm gonna have to drop that for a bit and get up in the boat and start doing some winches. These little guys need some attention because they are really kind of stuck. I'm gonna show you in a minute. So it's moving really, it's not easily this way. It's easy on the lower gear, and on the higher gear it's not easy at all. And if I try to spin it with my hand, it's just not moving easily at all. And I guess it haven't been maintained for a long time. Probably original winches as well, which means that there's not going to be a lot of grease or oil or anything in there when I open them up. But it's going to be a little bit exciting to see. Quite impressive to see how these old Australian winches can last for so long time without maintenance, that is. I'm not really sure how to take these winches apart, but I'm quite confident that it's in the middle here. Don't think you can see it really, but there's like a tiny insect key in there. I think it's supposed to open up. It looks pretty worn down, so I hope that I find a key that can actually grab onto it and open it up, and hopefully that's gonna work. Apparently my tools doesn't really fit in this particular little screw thingy. I think it's inch and this is millimeter, so gonna have to figure that out somehow. I'm gonna try and remove one of the winches just to see how it looks from underneath. Kanoners, då ses vi imorgon. Ja, ha det bra. Like, hey. Now, I've been spoken to the dude who's selling the sail, and he measured the boom measurements kinda, and it's slightly shorter than it said in the ad, which makes me just super happy because that means it's gonna fit my boom, it's gonna fit my mast, and I'm gonna go buy it tomorrow. So that's really exciting. Now let's go back to the winch. Managed to borrow a inch insects kit from my neighbor, so let's hope it's gonna work out now. Fingers crossed. Looks like that. Doesn't look too bad, but there's no grease whatsoever on these guys. They are really stuck here, but otherwise it looks impressively good actually. I would say it's not too bad at all, to be honest. It started to rain a little bit, so I put the winch back on. I'm gonna go home, have some food, and then hopefully it's gonna clear up. I can come back and keep fixing those little winches. It kept raining yesterday, so I didn't get to finish the winch working. So I'm gonna head up here now, assemble the winches, deassemble might be the word, grease them up, oil them up, and make them smooth again. So stuff you need when servicing winches is some kind of brush to brush on grease and fat, oil, grease, and some kind of sheet to just take off all the old grease and stuff, and also just keep your stuff on. So first off, what I'm gonna do is just trying to disassemble everything in here. So I've been trying to get as much grease as possible off with WD-40, but I can't really access every little area right in here in between all the gears and stuff, so I'm gonna have to fill up a small bucket kind of thingy with diesel instead and just plunge them in there and let it all just kind of dissolve for a while. I have finally cleaned everything off. More or less all grease is gone, so I'm gonna try and disassemble everything now again. I'm quite sure how the things were fitted when I took it apart. The thing you need to think about now when assembling it again is these little flickery things that is gonna run around the gears kind of. They are gonna get oiled, and then you also could oil the bearings. But except for that, you're gonna put grease on everything else. And for oiling, I'm just using regular motor oil, nothing fancy at all. For greasing, just some kind of grease that will withstand a lot of pressure and some salt water and stuff like that as well. Nothing fancy either. You can find it more or less everywhere. So let's go. So we got it in spot. Let's try this thing out. Wow, that's a huge difference from yesterday. Wow. Now I'm gonna make the other winch as well. Then I'm gonna go buy a new mainsail. Looky here. The new sail has arrived. And it looks really good actually. The previous owner said that it's been used for 1.5 seasons or something like that. But to me this looks more or less completely brand new. Really nice. Let's take it up on the loft and compare it to the old one. So here you have the new one compared to the old one. This is the exact same part of the sail. And here you see the old one is just soft and flimsy, and it's not stiff at all. It's more or less just like regular soft fabric. And then the new one is just stiff, like some kind of really thick paper or something like that, which just makes it so much more durable, and it will withstand UV and all of that kind of stuff as well. So this one is just really old and worn down. It has served its purpose and it's completely done. This one is more or less completely new, and it's gonna make my travels super nice when I get out on the oceans. Really happy to have this sail now on board on this trip. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe as well to join me on this amazing journey. And I will see all of you amazing people in the next video. Take care, bye.